In Young, southwest New South Wales, Audrey Liu runs the Visitors Centre, and there's no place she'd rather be.
It's amazing to live in countryside.
She migrated from China last year to a town with a population of just over 7,000. But if you want Australia, she says, this is where it's at.
You will learn more about Australian culture, and also will help you with your English.
While Ms Liu required no convincing, the Mayor supports an incentive program for migrants if he's given the resources to take them on.
Workforce is important, infrastructure, health services, those type of areas that will need to be increased.
But for some, regional workforce opportunities were a barrier. Rajinder Kaur took up a sponsored visa opportunity requiring her to live in the border town of Albury for 2 years.
And I thought I would never find a job here. Even though in the second month I was able to secure one part-time job, but the employers were not paying me.
When her time was up, the family was forced to move to Melbourne.
I would have never left Albury if I was having a job in my profession.
It's the lure of jobs attracting the vast majority of migrants to capital cities. Net migration accounts for 60% of the country's population growth, 84% of Sydney's growth and 64% of Melbourne's. New suburbs like Williams Landing in Melbourne's outer west has attracted huge numbers of migrants in recent years. In the 5 years to 2016, a third of new arrivals to this area came from overseas. But experts say the impact of this population boom is being overestimated.
I think we're adapting, and I think cities have adapted remarkably well. People have been very adaptive. But it's partly because the jobs are not all concentrated in one part of the city. They're spread very widely over the whole of the city.
Settlement groups fear a policy to deter migration to capital cities may cause offence and even disadvantage.
I think that has the potential to send the wrong messaging, that migrants maybe are a burden or aren't welcome in the cities.
It's one thing, I think, to encourage migrants to live in regional areas, but it's quite another thing to restrict them.
But with little detail revealed so far, it's unknown at this stage if the policy is more carrot or stick. Abby Dinham, SBS World News.